you other people aren't going to get it. It's just too much for you. You know, you don't have the faith. You don't have the diligence. You don't have what it takes. You actually, at the end of the day, you weren't chosen by Yahweh to get this truth. All right. So now I'm going to be on, let's see. Let me go back to Ezekiel 20. And we're going to go to 37. Actually, you know what? Precept over here in Corinthians. 5:10. It says, this is a precept. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 5. But with many of them Yahweh was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Talking about those wicked spirits who are back again today, who don't accept the truth. You're stuck on stupid, man. You still want to be in your churches that the Edomite, the so-called white man, has set up for you. You know, in that plantation Christianity, as the Apostle Tahar calls it, you know. Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000. All right. Neither let us tempt Yahweh, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of serpents. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. All right. So that's just going into, you know, in that fornication, it's not just dealing with sex before marriage. It's actually, you know, idolatry was the original fornication in the scriptures, right? So your false idols, you know, setting up those Virgin Marys and those Jesus Christ statues, and like the Catholics do, you know, those are fornicators, okay, according to the scriptures. Because the truth is personified as a woman, you know, as a metaphor or a parable. You know, you should, you know, you're cheating on your you know, your true power when you go into those false doctrines. All right. But you don't want to be a part of that thing, man. It's gonna destroy you, you know. And you 2/3 are never gonna get this truth, and you're literally gonna be a living sacrifice during the nuclear thermal fire. Okay. I'm gonna go back to Ezekiel 20 and 37. And it says, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and will bring you into the bond of the covenant. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. All right, and I'm going to go to Psalms real quick. Y'all are going to know who the true power is. And some of y'all have to learn the hard way. 2/3 of you, to be exact, dealing with Israel. You heathen nations and whatnot, y'all are going to feel the fire. There's no repentance for you, you know. Let's see, especially Esau, the so-called white man. He's definitely going to feel the fire. He's going to bring the fire, because those are his. Yahweh has used him to create the waster, which is the missile. You know, that's in Isaiah. Go read that. The waster that, you know, the smith creates. Go read about that in Isaiah, talking about the nuclear missiles. Psalms 95:11. Unto whom I swear in my wrath that they should not enter into my rest. Talking about those 2/3 of Israel, and also the heathen. You know, you're not going to enter the rest, not till you taste that fire. All right, that nuclear fire. So back to Ezekiel 20, and we're going to go to 39. It says, As for you, O house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Go ye, serve ye every one his idols, and hereafter also. If you will not hearken unto me, but pollute ye my holy name no more with your gifts and with your idols. So Yahweh doesn't want to see, he don't want to hear your rosaries. He don't want to hear your rosary prayers. He don't want to hear your brujeria. He don't want to hear your hymns that you sing in your Christian churches. All right, Yahweh calls that shit noise. All right, he doesn't want your oblations, which are offerings. All right, and let's read about it. For in mine holy mountain, in the mountain of the height of Israel, saith Yahweh, thy power, there shall all the house of Israel, all of them in the land, serve me. There will I accept them, and there will I require your offerings and the firstfruits of your oblations with all your holy things. I will accept you, and with your sweet savor, when I bring you out from the people, and gather you out of the countries wherein you have been scattered, and I will be sanctified in you before the heathen. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh, when I shall bring you into the land of Israel, into the country for which I lifted up mine hand to give it to your fathers. And there shall ye remember your ways, and all your doings, wherein ye have been defiled, and ye shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for all your evils that you have committed. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have wrought with you for my name's sake, not according to your wicked ways, nor according to your corrupt things, O ye house of Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh. All right, so he's going to put you in the right mindset after he kills you in the nuclear fire, you 2/3. You're going to know who the true is. You're going to know better than to serve Jesus Christ, and you're going to know better than to be in a Catholic church. You're going to know better than to be in a Christian church or any of these churches that Esau, the so-called white man, has set up. All right. But with that, I want to give all praise. Or you know what? I'm sorry. I forgot a verse here. Let's go to Ezekiel really quick. I got a couple verses. All right, so we're going to go to Ezekiel 11:16, and it says, Therefore say, Thus saith Yahweh the power, Although I have cast them from afar among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet I will be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. Therefore say, Thus saith Yahweh the power, I will even gather you from the people, and will assemble you out of the countries where you have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. And they shall come thither, and they shall take away all the detestable things thereof, and all the abominations thereof from thence. And I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh. All right, that they may walk in my statutes and keep my ordinances and do them, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, their power. All right, so after Yahweh, 1/3 and the prophets are going to be delivered by the chariots who won't taste death. But then you're going to have the 2/3 in their right mindset when they come back into the kingdom. All right. And we're going to, follow the laws, the commandments, the statutes. And he said he's going to give you a new spirit. Because right now you got a wicked ass spirit that just can't. Remember that dude on Life with Eddie Murphy? His name was Can't Get Right. That's you 2/3. Y'all can't get right. You're like, can't get right. Nothing you do, you can't get it right. You even try. You go to church and you still can't get it right. All right? Well, Yahweh's going to give you a spirit for the Israelites. All right? You heathen are going to be slaves in the kingdom. You 2/3 are going to have the right mindset in the kingdom. You'll even have slaves. But Yahweh first has to kill you in the nuclear fire. And he's going to have to sanctify you, meaning sanitize you, Because right now you're filthy, and your mind is filthy because of all the bullshit you believe that the so-called white man has put on you. And in the Muslims, y'all are going to be sanctified also as far as Israel. The Israelites who are practice the Muslim religion, you'll be destroyed and sanctified also. You're going to know who the true power is. Hosea 5:15, I'm going to close out on. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. All right. And this is dealing with more so the prophets. All right. We acknowledged our offense in our flesh, us teachers, us prophets. But y'all aren't going to acknowledge your offense until you get burned in the fire. That's the difference. All right. And remember, it's not even your fault that you can't get this truth, because you weren't chosen to understand this truth. Because the prophets, I'm going to read it right here, Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right. So the prophets have been chosen by Yahweh, and he sanctified us in the belly, in the womb. All right. So that's the difference. A prophet and a teacher of the truth, you got sanctified in the womb. But these 2/3 who are going to get destroyed in the fire because they're stubborn and a stiff-necked people, Israelites I'm talking about, y'all are going to get sanctified through the fire because of your stubbornness, right? And at the end of the day, because Yahweh didn't chose to lift the veil off your eyes, right? That's why Yahweh Shai spoke in parables, because it was only meant for the prophets and the elect to understand and hear the truth and hear the true knowledge. The rest of you, it's just the way Yahweh ordained it. You 2/3, you got to be burned in that fire. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ha-Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And also want to acknowledge all the Akyam pushing this truth with sincerity. Shalom to the elect.